Hey Art Nerds, we're going to walk through how to complete your element of color exercise. So I have my set of Crayola pencils here. We only have 12 colors, and you'll notice when you get them that they're missing a few colors that are needed. So in a normal 12 set, these are the colors that you have, okay? And where we run into a problem is we just talked about how our primary colors are cyan. Yes, sky blue is close enough. Yellow, and then do you see magenta? Yeah, magenta is not traditionally in a 12 set of color pencils, so the only place that you'll find it is either A, in the bottom of Miss Sauer's barrel of color pencils, or if you get like a 36 pack of pencils, sometimes they're in the 24 pack. So you need a larger pack to be able to get all of them in there. So I have my nice magenta right here, beautiful magenta, okay? And this is three that we're going to be using for starters, okay? Because for this exercise, one, you're going to be completing it in colored pencils, and two, it's sort of like a way to help organize visually all the color stuff that we have been talking about recently. So first of all, you have different sections. So we have primary, secondary, warm, cool, complementary, and then our actual color wheel here for us to kind of work with. So for your primary colors, you are going to be using our cyan, yellow, and magenta, and you're just going to be filling in these spaces. I'm not going to fill it in all the way. I'm going to mark it with an X, okay? Because I need to be quick, and watching me fill in a circle perfectly is not necessary for you to be doing well on this assignment. So I'd be filling that in all the way, kind of like on this one, how I filled the pink, the magenta in very nicely. And that's all you need to do for the primary color section. After you do that, you can fill in the primary colors on your color wheel, okay? Because if you notice, we have circles here, you have circles here. That's where you're going to put your primary colors. So I'd be putting my magenta, my cyan, and my yellow filled in neatly on my color wheel, okay? Then you're going to move on to your secondary colors. Now, I don't need to switch my colored pencils because what I want to know is which primary colors make up each of the secondary colors. So if I mix these two together, what color does it make? If I mix these two together, what color does it make? If I mix these two together, what color does it make? Okay, and I want you to identify which ones are needed to create each of our secondary colors, green, red, and blue. Okay, notice how these are in squares, so I want you to put your secondary colors here in the squares on your color wheel. Okay. If you have one that is made by mixing magenta and yellow together, it would go right here because it's in between magenta and yellow. Same would go if these two colors mix to make this one, and magenta and cyan to mix this one, whatever it may be. It's one of those three, okay? You got to figure it out, got to show me. All right? At the far bottom, we have warm colors and cool colors, and you just need to divide up the colors that you have here by warm and cool colors. Probably want to leave your black, your white, and your brown out of it because they're what we call neutrals, which is something we'll talk about at a later time, potentially in another class. So figure out, you know, 3 of them that go in warm, 3 that go in cool, and then fill in the boxes neatly. Okay, here on this section here, what about complementary colors? So you need to have the definition for it, and it's something that we didn't quite talk too much about in class. So your definition, I'm just going to switch papers right here, is 2 colors across from each other on the color wheel. Okay, so if I had my pencil going straight across the center, whatever color is here, so it'd be magenta, and whichever secondary colors down here, they are complementary colors because they're across from each other on the color wheel. And I can do that at any point on my color wheel, whatever 2 are across from each other. And I would just write down the name you'd give each of them. So for this example, it'd be magenta and one of those secondary colors, so it's either green, red, or blue. So depending on which one, I'd write down those 2 right here. Okay, so I want you to figure it out for yourself. Once you have it all filled in nice and neat, you are good to go. It will look something like this. Okay, I didn't want you to cheat. Okay, that's why I went by really fast. Anyways, take your time. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I hope this exercise has been kind of helpful in you organizing how this whole color stuff works.